Welcome back to Adventure Now. Here we are leaving Stornoway in our wake. You haven't missed anything, this is episode 2, but we've made some pretty brisk progress north, and we thought it was about time we gave you a cockpit update in almost real time. It's Friday the 13th of May, to let you know what our plans are for season 3.
So we are currently bound for Tórshavn in the Faroe Islands. We're gonna spend about 2 weeks there, and with the first opportunity we're gonna sail east to Norway, hop up the coast to Tromsø, and from there hopefully we'll get to Svalbard.
So some pretty grand plans for us this year. We had some good news today, got the boat insurance approval so we can make the journey being fully covered. We're just waiting to receive our permits from Svalbard, but we're not worried about that because we've got many miles ahead of us. And this is the start of leaving the UK behind and journeying to the place we love, the North. The North holds us by our heartstrings. Her call is constant, like a bird on the wing. They say love is blind, yet her beauty is clear. With feelings so strong, we must be near. So answer that call and leave the safe bay. Time is ticking, don't let it slip away. You've heard me say before that I consider Asha and I to be a couple of floating gypsies. However, we find that when we stop in a place that we like, those roots start to dive down, and this process can start after as little as a few days. So after 6 months, we had become incredibly fond of Largs and the people we met here. And this, even for a couple of floating travelling folk, made it very difficult to say goodbye. We live in a world where we are expected to plan our future, but to me, this is total insanity. None of us know what the future holds, and neither should we. We prefer to chase the horizon and all of its exciting uncertainty, but on leaving Largs, we left 2 small pieces of our hearts behind, so we do plan to return in the future and rejoin them.
The seats are getting bigger or my ass is getting smaller.
Well, here we are, season 3, and we're still fitting, but as you say, it may have been cut very considerably. This is Kelburn Castle, just a short walk from Largs Marina, and you enter a different world. The stunning grounds are home to a gorgeous castle adorned with Brazilian graffiti, and it is quite the sight to behold. When we are at sea, we miss the nature of the land, and when we are on land, we miss the nature of the sea. We're really quite hard to please, you know. But as it turns out, if you ask the universe, apparently you can have it all. The mighty sea satisfies our craving for exposure, adventure and excitement. This garden, these trees, they provide us protection, wisdom and a connection to nature. Did you know that listen is an anagram of silent, and silence and listening is what we did for hours upon hours in this garden, surrounded by these wise elders. I don't mind if people want to take the mickey. There is something very special about this place. But it's not just this garden. It's not this garden and Largs. It's this garden, Largs and the people we met during our winter stay here that make it so special. Thank you Bill from Volo for welcoming us into Largs last October, for lending us your car, your polishing equipment and for sharing a few wee drams. Thank you to John. You and your dog Smudge were awesome boat neighbours and we look forward to seeing you again. John also built this fine little ship called Fluke. Fluke is now looking for some new owners to take her on the adventure that she deserves. Occasionally in this life, you are in the right place at the right time to meet some truly inspirational characters. And John, you are one such dude, and it was our pleasure to spend some time with you. Well, just walking to the Largs Sailing Club slipway to see the legend that is John, just about to sail away in his sailing canoe, which is the third boat that he's purchased. First one he built, second one he bought 6 months ago, and now he's bought a little plaything. Fair play to him.
Okay. Sailing. Happy? Okay.
No, this is just for you, John. Sorry, John, but it had to go in because you are the epitome of adventure now.
We've just singled the lines, as in an hour or so we are departing.
Officially the start of season 3, I feel, because we're actually leaving the marina and not returning. So we're ready to get started. I can't believe it's been 6 months now of wintering in this fantastic place, which has been so good to us. Well, it's goodbye to Largs Marina. What a wonderful winter berth we have had here. Creeping out, a long sea voyage to Millport for the night, and then onwards. It seems to us that as quickly as season 2 came to a close, so did the winter of 2022. On a flat, calm spring day, we said goodbye to Largs Marina, bound for Millport, but via Fairlie, just south of Largs, because we were on a mission. We're just trying to drop something off on this lovely boat Zephyr that belongs to Craig. Craig was really kind and gave us some lovely Prosecco and some whiskey, and we didn't want to be drinking alone, so just dropping off a little gift for you, Craig. Have a great sailing season, and thank you.
Cheers, Craig.
How are we looking there?
I'm gonna lean out from the stanchions.
Okay, we clear there?
Yeah, we are.
A little bit ungraceful there, Craig, I'm sorry, but we're in. Since we started to document our adventures, we have been blown away by the acts of kindness that we receive from people who watch these videos. In this crazy world that seems to push division, it is clear to me that acts of kindness will bring us back together. Oh, look at that. We've got a beautiful little starfish. Go on then, my man. You go and live back on the bottom.
We have left Millport on the Great Cumbrae this morning, and we are heading for Tarbert, and the next day we are gonna enter the Crinan Canal again, which is great.
Sailing plans have to be flexible. Originally, we were going to sail south around the Mull of Kintyre and into Bangor, Northern Ireland, Altor's original home. But with no wind to go south and many miles to go north this year, we decided not to wait for the weather. Instead, we went around the corner up Loch Fyne towards the Crinan Canal, and that conveniently led us past Tarbert, this beautiful little fishing village that I have wanted to visit for quite some time.
You're lovely, aren't you? Eh? You're lovely. Yeah, you are.
After a careful vetting process by the local guard dog, we were free to roam these lovely shores. Although us humans tend to get everywhere, it seems that with Tarbert's remote location, even on a bank holiday weekend such as this one, it is still a very peaceful place to be. the town is largely unspoilt and there is a short walk up the hill to the beautiful old castle overlooking Loch Fyne.
Caught you at last. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's a great view.
We stayed for one peaceful night in the harbour and managed to buy some freshly caught scallops off a local fisherman, and we even saw Vic 32, the glorious steam puffer, still puffing away on this coast. The next day we made the short hop up to the top of Loch Fyne and into the most beautiful shortcut in the world.
Well, here we are again, just about to cruise past the wall and into the sea lock.
For those of you who have watched our previous videos, you will know that we came south through this beautiful shortcut at the end of last season. So if you would like to see a more detailed transit of this beautiful canal, then please check out episode 16 of season 2. Included within the transit fee are 4 nights berthing at any spot along the canal that you choose. We chose to stay at Donardy Locks, conveniently situated so Altor could smell the salty sea a mile or so ahead. And then, whilst enjoying some beautiful Scottish weather, we pushed through the final locks towards Crinan.
2 locks to go.
Yeah, and the swivel bridge.
Yeah. 1 or 2? 1.
One swivel
Yeah.
bridge beside the little white cottage.
Ah, yeah.
Thank you so much. Hello, Rowana. Lovely Crinan. So happy to see you. We are in the sea lock now, so lock number 15 at Crinan Basin, and we are about to leave the beautiful Crinan Canal. Thank you so much. We had a fantastic transit, very enjoyable. Thank you.
Goodbye, Crinan Canal. Until the next time, eh? What a
Yeah.
treat of a place that is.
So there we are, leaving one of our favourite places behind us and then riding the tide north through one of our favourite waterways, the Sound of Loing. And as Asher would say, how does it get any better than this? Well, Asher, let me tell you, it gets better when you are visited by old friends. As we swirled our way north, we passed Easdale Island on our starboard side and past rock formations that reminded us of the Faroese topography to come. And then we slipped quietly into our anchorage at Ardencaple Bay in time to watch the sunset.
How does a venue for a dinner get any better than this?
I don't think it does, actually.
It's nearly 4 o'clock in the morning and we are getting ready for departure. How is the anchor?
The anchor is up.
Oh, cool.
Once again, we found that if you're bold enough to ask the universe, then she will deliver. We popped straight out of the Crinan Canal and the perfect weather window appeared to allow us to sail through the Sound of Mull across the Hebridean Sea, bound for Stornoway. If our universe could deliver absolutely anything and I could be in 2 places at one time, one place that I would always be is the west coast of Scotland. But until such a time, for now at least, it's time to say goodbye to this wonderful part of the world.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks fabulous.
It's not something we often do, but I reckon we got 40 miles on this angle of dangle, which should get us roughly to Canna if this breeze stays up. It's absolutely beautiful out here. Sun's out, shorts and t-shirt, puffer jackets on. That's good. We're about 15 miles off the coast and the breeze has piped up a little bit. We've gone from sort of 8 to 10 to 14 to 18, a couple of times a bit more than that. The forecast has changed, that's piped up a bit as well, but it's all from a good direction. So we've now put the jib back on the normal side and we're cruising at 7 or 8 knots. We're doing really well.
We've just put up the cockpit enclosure while in motion and the temperature is instantly tropical.
Yes! What a difference. I don't care. Call me a soft sailor, but I'm a warm sailor.
We hear many people say that when dolphins come to play, the energy they bring with them is palpable, and we couldn't agree with that sentiment more. And what a fantastic way to be escorted from the west coast of Scotland to our Hebridean jumping off point.
Well, this is a hello to Stornoway at 2:36 AM. Can't see much in here, relying on the modern technology a bit. There's so much light pollution on the shore, but we've got to creep around here, watch the shallow bit and find a berth.
Let's do it.
Thank you so much for watching our second episode of Adventure Now Season 3. We really hope you have enjoyed it, and if so, please join us next time as we leave these shores bound for the Faroe Islands. Altor out.
We love this Adventure Now lifestyle. It just keeps growing and growing in new directions. And here we are in this lovely flat in Glasgow. Now what the hell are we doing here? Well, through the medium that is Instagram and YouTube, we met a lovely guy called Davey and his lovely other half called Devia. And they live in Glasgow and they said, come and stay in this flat and we'll all have dinner together. And that is what we're here for. But conspicuous in my right hand is a fantastic wee dram. Now Asher, if you follow me into the kitchen, I will complete this wonderful story and tell you that Davey co-owns and indeed co-founded Global Whisky. And one of Global Whisky's brands is Old Guernsey's Malt. And Davey very kindly has given us a selection here to try. And I am currently sampling this fine 13-year-old, and it really is fine. And I say thank you very, very much for your generosity. It's been such a pleasure to meet you, and we're looking forward to having dinner with you tonight. And that's providing, of course, I can leave this alone and actually walk out the front door. Cheers. Oh.